Let's get started. I hope everyone is doing well. Ah. Ah, damn. Alright, what am I reading? What am I reading? I can't read this. I can't read this right now. It's not gonna work. Ah. Why the fuck not? Andrew is a 45-year-old accountant. His wife has brought him for a consultation because he is depressed. He is not sleeping or eating shit. Has lost 11 pounds and is anxious all the time about losing his job. He reports that he has recently been struggling at work since the firm was taken over by new employers who are expecting him to complete more auditing work in less time, and he is highly anxious about making mistakes. He says he has always been extremely conscientious. I pronounced that wrong. Conscientious. Conscientious. Jesus. Conscientious. It reports difficulties delegating his work as well as a tendency to get easily distracted by details. Excuse me. Conscientious. Wishing to do what is right. Wait, what? Mm-hmm. Right. Diligent. Andrew cites as an example of the fact that he would find small discrepancies, such as pennies missing an audit, highly distracting. Such as pennies missing an audit, highly distracting, and spends longer than. Dude, there is no way a PhD writing on the first chapter of the first paragraph has a grammar error of then and then with the A and E. There's no way. I'm being so biased, but I talked about this before. It makes me not really want to read further on because I feel like proofreading wasn't really done. Like they didn't bother rereading and taking out things that were irrelevant or etc. If they couldn't even find a simple grammatical mistake on the first page of the first chapter, god damn it. Alright, longer than he should searching. Oh, okay. He should searching for the source of insignificant error. As a result, he is slower than. Wait a minute. They got this part right though. They got this then right. What the heck? As a result, he is slower than most of his colleagues, but he claims that the quality of his work is of the highest standard and that previously his meticulousness was not seen as a problem. He is angry and critical of his new employers for for taking a different attitude. He thinks he has been unfairly treated. Untreated. He has been unfairly treated and is not prepared to change the way he works. He admits to long-standing workaholic tendencies, has almost no social life apart from his relationship with his wife, and holds judgmental attitudes. He hoards outdated electrical items in the shed. He is noted to make poor eye contact. His wife describes him as obstinate, rigid, and stubborn, but also loyal and trustworthy. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder, OCPD, is characterized by a pervasive and maladaptive pattern of excessive perfectionism, preoccupation with orderliness and details, and need for control over one's environment. Wheaton and Pinto, 2017. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition. DSM-5 defines personality disorders as impairments in personality, self and interpersonal, functioning, and the presence of pathological personality traits, and categorizes personality disorders into 3 different clusters, ABC, based on descriptive similarities. OCPD is classified as one of 3 cluster C, anxious, fearful, personality disorder types. DSM-5 specifically emphasizes that traits of orderliness, perfectionism, and mental and interpersonal control are expressed at the expense of flexibility, openness, and efficiency. American Psychiatric Association, 2013. Developers of the International Classification of Diseases, 11th revision, ICD-11, are moving toward a dimensional model of personality disorder assessment, which involves an evaluation of both personality disorder severity, mild, moderate, or severe, in the presence of 5 stylistic traits, and the presence of 5 stylistic trait domains: negative affectivity, detachment, disinhibition, sociality, and anancastia. World Health Organization, 2018. Notably, the DSM-5 definition of OCPD considerably overlaps with the ICD-11 proposed trait of anancastia, which is described as rigid perfectionism, as well as controlling behavior in situations to ensure conformity to standards. Alright, I can't fucking read this. I'm not reading that. Not for me. Not right now. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's 9:30? What the Oh my god, it's 9:30. You gotta be kidding me, man. That was at 9:30. What the heck? Cecily has prepared a PowerPoint presentation featuring 3 scenarios from least to most expensive. After a little legwork, we're talking approximately 9,000 per person for airfare. Don't need to fly business. Coach is fine, I say. That is coach. I may be able to get it down to about 6,500. 6,500 if there's a little leeway with your dates and flight times. Plenty of leeway. Don't forget, Sophia says. days, and then what? Five game safari. You know, lion, elephant, buffalo, leopard, and rhino. And from the safari, we go to a hot air balloon ride, bungee jumping, right over a waterfall. Let's stick to nature and history. No bungee, no balloon, no ride over the, no ride over the rain, no ride over the waterfall. I say, did you always want to be a travel agent? I was a stewardess, she says. I met my husband on the plane. He was a frequent flyer, married. The other girl said, they never leave their wives, but he did. He came back and said, you gotta make an honest man out of me. She pauses. So I guess the big question is, how luxe do you want to go? I want it to be nice, but not excessive. I care more about safety than luxury. You don't want to impress them. I don't want to look like a jerk. Going to some remote poor village for a couple of days and then saying, hasta la vista, baby, and heading off on a luxury safari. It would seem dissonant with the core idea, celebrating a rite of passage from boy to man. 1 second. Wing, wing. Ah. Ah. Sorry. Holy crap, I am so tired. Thank God I'm reading fiction though. Fiction is, yeah, fiction is the thing to read when you're tired. Oh my God, so much better. I couldn't. So the other thing that I read was about a textbook kind of material that I found regarding OCD, and I thought it was gonna be first I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know why I opened it. It was silly of me. I don't know what I expected. Cheryl was beaming, pleased with herself and her resources. Who do they think I am to you? I ask when Cicely is in the bathroom. She laughs. They know all about you, she says. They call you my other husband. I think everyone should have one. Even my husband thinks so. We're such a backward culture, too literal to survive. What about tutors for Ashley and Ricardo? Do you know any? Of course, she says. Between us, we have an annotated list of who is good for what kind of kid and in what subject matter. Electrician? She looks at me. I'll email you the list. On Sunday at noon, my mother marries Bob Gold. Ashley starts shooting video as the sliding glass doors to the home open with a sucking sound like a pop, and the airlock is breached. She pans to the left. Silver marries Gold at noon. Is written on the dry erase activity board by the front door of the home. The air conditioning in the home is on the blink, and the place stinks like old diapers. My mother is in her room, being tended to by her bridesmaids. Two large ladies block the door. No boys, they say, allowing Ashley and her camera to slip between them. Ricardo and I wait in the dining room, which has been transformed into a chapel of sorts, with a three-storied wedding cake and the flowers. Will you be giving your mother away? Someone asks. And I'm not sure what she means. Down the aisle, she says. Yes, of course. middle-aged man introduces himself as Bob Gold's son, Eli. Apologies with regard to my sisters. I understand. He is still married to her mother, even though she is in a coma. I nod. It's difficult for my sisters to see him move on. When Dad told us that he felt capable of loving more than one woman at a time, my sisters weren't ready to hear it. He pauses. We have a mutual acquaintance, he says. Your Aunt Lillian's son, Jason. I used to date him. Small world. Tiny, I say. The dining room has begun to fill with old people dressed in their Sunday best, arriving in varying stages of mobility. Some on their own, some with canes or walkers, others being pushed in wheelchairs. A caravan of 3 wheelchairs pushed by an aide makes its way into the room. Cake before dinner, one of the residents says, excitedly. Ricardo is wearing a blazer of Nate's. His stocky build absorbs the excess, the axis. You look good, Ma, I say, kissing her cheek as she comes into the room. You're very tan, my mother says to Ricardo, and you're shorter and fatter than you used to be. This is Ricardo, Grandma, not Nate. Ricardo is new, Ashley says, going to his rescue. Ricardo is new. That sounds like she's treating him like a toy or a pet. Oh, she says, pleased to meet you. He's my brother, Ashley says. Welcome to the family, my mother says, distracted. Thank you. Ricardo says, congratulations on your wedding. Can Ricardo be the ring boy? Ashley asks. He wants to be in the wedding too. Bob gives Ricardo the ring, and Ashley is given a basket of rose petals. The music begins, and Ashley starts off down the aisle, followed by Ricardo. I take my mother's arm and lead her down. The aisle, while one of the nurses takes Bob Gold's arm. Bob Gold, I realize, is my new stepfather. Somehow this dawns on me when he and my mother are side by side, facing Cynthia, the energy worker, and the former nurse who has agreed to perform the ceremony. The ceremony itself is surprisingly moving, even though it's not legally binding. The words pronounced upon my mother and Bob stress companionship and good care, memories and history. I am on the verge of tears when my mother throws a bouquet, and it's caught, or more like lands, in the lap of a woman with one leg, who smiles. You'll never know, she says. That's pretty cool. It lands on the woman with one leg who cannot run. And when the bouquet is thrown, people usually rush to catch it. In order to... What the heck, man? In order to catch it, you most likely need 2 well-functioning legs, because you gotta run. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. Just gonna take a quick 5 minute break. I am very tired. Just take a 5 minute break. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. 1 second. What the heck? I can't see. This might be a little disgusting. Well, actually, that's not disgusting. Recently I got a canker sore on my inner lip, like right here, and it hurts. Like it feels like someone is there's like a needle that's supposed to pop out from my skin, if that even makes sense. Like I have like it feels like the underside of like the inner side, like a needle is supposed to be protruding out, not protruding in, but protruding out, like outwards. Like imagine like something sharp that is trying to get out of, that is trying to get out of your skin. That's what it feels like. Um, a couple added with how tired I am. Oh, oh, absolute madness. Oh, yeah. Also, I've been trying to fix my sleeping schedule. Um, yeah, just bad. Time is it? 10 o'clock. 23 minutes. 10:30. Just immediately knock out. Working methodically. I'll see you guys tomorrow.